How much is it going to cost me?
Nothing. It's free.
Free is always better than cheap.
It's completely free. We are encouraging everybody in Newburgh and everybody in the surrounding area, please come. September 19th, starting at 9:30 in Old Town Cemetery at Grand and South Street, and then lunch at St. George's. After lunch, St. George's Cemetery until 3 p.m. Totally free. We just want you to learn the past.
If I remember, a few years back, maybe 3-4 years ago, you did something similar to this?
2004.
Okay.
St. George's Cemetery Committee put on the same kind of Bringing History Alive program, only in their cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
And this year we decided to try, because it's our 300th birthday year as a community, to replicate that, but do it in both of Newburgh's old cemeteries, so that people will understand that one came before the other, that there's a continuum of time here and of lives and of experiences of people. From the earliest settlers who had the rudest, in that form of the word rude, you know, the simplest little lives living in hand-built cabins, up to the people who had lives of a little bit more prosperity, a little bit more opportunity.
And who's sponsoring this event?
Well, there's an Old Town Cemetery Commission. Most people don't realize there is a commission of people who oversee Old Town Cemetery. It's a legacy group that goes all the way back to the glebe trustees. When the little Lutheran band of 52 first landed here, there was a group of trustees of the glebe. The glebe is just an old term in both German and English land law that means the common land. Mm-hmm. And so there's a commission for the Old Town Cemetery, and they are working with the Cemetery Committee of St. George's Church.
Okay.
But they've reached out to people who have nothing to do with either place and certainly have nothing to do with any particular congregation.
Okay. And can you tell me once again, where is this going to be at, what time, day, and place?
Absolutely. September 19th, Saturday, beginning at Old Town Cemetery on Grand and South, and then in the afternoon, at noon at St. George's Cemetery on Washington Street, just up the hill from Washington's headquarters. Both cemeteries will have lots of signs. There'll be a shuttle bus service between them. There'll be a program at the gate of each to guide you with a map of each cemetery, with a list of characters, their dates, and a little summary about them. And so it's a good opportunity to just visit the past as people come alive and tell their stories.
Wow, wow. Now, obviously, that's one event, History Alive, that's happening here in Newburgh, but in the future, with your permission, I'd like to invite you back.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much more for us to learn.
We've had some wonderful events. I'm so glad the PATH has started as a TV program. I'm so delighted that there is a program of good news, good stories, positive things that are happening around our community, because that's what tends to be left out of mass media. And this year already, because it's our 300th birthday, we've had some great moments. We had a program on Flag Day with the children of Meadow Hill, you know, marching aboard a Coast Guard vessel with the flags of all nations and standing there representing every ancestor they ever could imagine.
I remember that.
And pouring the waters of all the rivers of the world into the Hudson. We've had some great events that it would be nice for a program like this to be able to highlight. Capturing
in time.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many times that we have conversations with people. Remember the days? Remember when back in the day? It's captured. It's there. You know, we tell our crew, everywhere you go, bring the camera. Yeah. Indeed. But I really thank you for coming on to our show. Please come back. I'm looking forward to it. Is there a website that a person can go to get more information about either you or these programs that you're sponsoring? Well,
the website for the City of Newburgh is cityofnewburgh-ny.gov. So cityofnewburgh-ny.gov. And events like this are listed there and links to them. Old Town Cemetery has its own website, which you can visit at any time. It gives a lot of the stories of people buried there. And St. George's Church has its own website with a little background history on their cemetery as well. So.
Great, great. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Damon.
Indeed.
Lovely to be here.
Once again, you're watching The Path, that show that focuses on positive people, places, and things in Hudson Valley. It was September 11th, 2001. I was on my way to go teach a course on anti-terrorism back in New York when I got word about the towers being hit. And just like so many other people, we watched it on the news. We prayed and thought about our family members, individuals that we loved, individuals that we cared about. And that is one of those moments in time where we just remember where we were at. It's one of those defining times where people have gotten together and talked about, how can we make a difference? What can we do? And we think about the heroes. Not just the firemen, not just the policemen, but every single person who contributed to helping to make a difference in people's lives on that day. You think about the people who passed away on that day. Their only crime was the fact that they showed up to work. We think about those individuals who were on the airplane, who were just going from point A to point B. Wrong place, wrong time. This episode that you're about to see is one life out of many. Just one individual who was impacted by the September 11th incident. Of all the heroes, of all the people that were there, just one character. We've seen movies, we've heard the interviews over and over again to the point where some people are numb to it. But the reality is, it should not be forgotten. This gentleman, Billy Peck, retired New York City Fire Department, Ladder 59, out of Gardner, New York. I hope you enjoy it.
So, when did you become a fireman?
I entered the New York City Fire Department in October of 1978. I was at a point in my life where I didn't know what I wanted to do with myself. But I was hanging out with a friend of mine who was a professional firefighter in a small town in Westchester.
Okay.
And talked to him about it. And I just like being physical, and I like being outside, and I like a challenge like that. So he said the test was coming up for New York City, and I ought to investigate it. The camaraderie is a big part of it. We call it the brotherhood, and it's a bond between guys because we're going into a dangerous situation together, and we kind of depend on each other. So that was a big part of it.
And there were day-to-day antics, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Joking around.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Yeah. Well, my favorite joke is a little boy who visits the firehouse, looks up at the fireman and says, gee, when I grow up, I want to be a fireman. The fireman looks down and says, make up your mind, because you can't do both.
That's good.
So, it was a lot of fun, but, you get to see a lot of real life, too. And tragedy and the forces of nature out of control. That's what we do. We run into burning buildings when everybody else is running out.
Right.
And believe me, we question it.
Back then, were you very spiritual, or maybe had a little prayer you used to say before you went in any way, shape, or form?
No, I would say no.
No.
I was more physical then, macho attitude, get in there and do it, even though it's scary.
Yeah. Okay. So the morning of September 11th.
Morning of September 11th. I went to work that morning. I remember it being a beautiful sunny morning, summer day, just like any other day I went to work. And initially we watched planes hit the towers on TV like everybody else.
Right.
And right after the second plane hit, we got a call to relocate. Well, first, I wasn't even watching the TV. Someone just said, hey, a plane crashed into the Trade Center, so maybe it was some kind of accident or something, I don't know.
Right.
And then when another one hit, everybody's like, well, this is no accident, this is something really weird going on.
Okay.
Terrorism, whatever.
Right.
And still, we're just watching.